Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, No Shave November is in full effect. We'd like to welcome everyone to our third episode of OT with OT, a show all about UNCP wrestling dedicated to the brave, tough mentality. You know, obviously we go in there with the idea that, hey, we're just as good as those guys and we train just as hard. We do the same things they do on a regular basis. So, you know, we didn't really feel like, you know, it was out of character, it was out of place for us to go out there and have three placers. You know, our three guys that went out there did a good job placing at that event. You know, they fought hard all weekend like every other athlete out there, Division I or not, did. So, you know, we're happy. We're not satisfied at the same time. We feel like there is still some work to be done in our room as we've gotten back to work today. So, those three guys did a great job of, you know, persevering. Obviously, we didn't have a champ. But that's just a testament to the caliber of a tournament it was. So we're very excited to have had the opportunity to compete at an event like that had, you know, multiple All-Americans at both the NCAA Division I level and Division II level. So our guys all had a great opportunity to see where they are 3 weeks into the season and see where they want to be, you know, later on in the year. Daniel Ownbey's first loss this weekend, you know, hey, Daniel's doing a good job. You know, I think he's got in his mind that he has to get to that championship bout, and he's done a good job thus far in his 2 outings to get to the championship bout. You know, obviously, you know, him having a defeat this weekend, you know, definitely lets him know that, hey, he's not where he needs to be, but at the same time, you know, he knows that he can get to that championship battle, and that he also realizes that everyone is going to give him that best. He's everyone's national championship match. And I think the more we continue to reiterate that to Daniel, I think the more it's going to resonate to him. And he's going to have to bring it in the practice room so his teammates can get better while he's getting better, trying to figure out ways to not let guys, you know, stall or, you know, keep it in a one-point match, try to steal it at the end, or score a takedown early, try to fend them off, you know, with good stalling tactics. So I think Daniel's going to do a good job, you know, battling back from that to get back on track. And as coaches, we got to be ready to get him back on track, you know, and let him realize that now he doesn't have to worry about being undefeated all season. Although it would have been a great accomplishment to have, but, you know, it's still not the end-all, say-all. He still has an opportunity to win a national title, as our goal is all year. Well, I think one of the great things about, you know, our guys is they always do a good job of, you know, resetting, you know, coming back to ground zero. That's every single guy that comes in here every single day, you know, win or lose, you know, going 0-2 or going, you know, obviously undefeated or being in a championship. We always do a good job of, you know, resetting and coming back in and getting back to work. And that's something we did, you know, 11 times last year as a dual meet team, and we've done it once this year as far as a dual meet team. And, you know, we're hoping that, you know, all the preparation of constantly training the right way has prepared the guys to go into Raleigh this weekend again in hopes of trying to, you know, get that first win, you know, the win against Lindsey Wilson when we wrestle our first match. So, you know, we hope they're humble to be a part of this streak, and we hope they have enough in them to want to continue this streak no matter who's in front of them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to this portion of the program that I think is my favorite, a chance for us to showcase the people that this show is truly about. And this week, our first student athlete we're going to be introducing is our, believe it or not, the producer of this program, Cole Murray. Cole comes to us from Florida. Cole, tell the audience what year you are and why you picked UNC-Pembroke.
I'm a sophomore here at UNCP, and one of the biggest reasons I picked UNCP is obviously the tremendous wrestling team that they have here and the high-quality production that they get out of it, and then the broadcasting program that they have here. They have a great broadcasting program, which is what I wanted to do with my career, so that's definitely a big factor why I chose Pembroke.
That's good stuff. As you guys can see, Cole's getting a lot of great hands-on experience with the opportunity like this to be able to produce this program on a weekly basis to hopefully build his resume by having great hands-on experience. So Cole, how's your year going athletically and academically so far, and what are some things you feel like you can improve upon as you look to finish out your season and your school year?
Well, this year I stepped up to the 141-pound weight class, so a lot bigger guys, obviously, and I'm trying to adapt to that. I'm trying to get stronger, get my technique better in the room, and I'm trying to just be as productive as I can in the room. And if I don't do well in a turn, I try to get in here and try to get better, really, day to day.
Great, Cole. Well, now, what are some of your favorite Coach O.T. Johnson quotes, Cole, that you've in your 2 years here that you've heard Coach Johnson say on a regular basis?
My favorite O.T. Johnson quote would be, I don't know, man. What's the quote that you say? Brave, tough. Be brave, tough. We have a chant in the room that at the end of a practice, if we had a good hard practice, coach will start a chant and he'll start saying, "We are," and then everyone else says brave, tough. So that's definitely my favorite quote.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Cole, we'd like to thank you for being a part of the show today, and we're looking for some great things from Cole Murray as he continues his sophomore season and into his career both on the mat and as a future, hopefully, Hollywood producer.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, our next athlete joining us today on this athlete segment is our first recipient of the UNCP Tough Bird of the Week shirt. That'll be this Tough Bird shirt is presented to the athlete. At each tournament, we can pick two athletes, one at the higher weight and one at the lower weight. And this weekend at the NC State Open, Daniel Ownbey was the recipient of the lower weight Tough Bird shirt with his performance in the 141-pound weight class by making the championship match. Although losing a narrow 5-4 decision, Daniel did a great job this weekend. So the recipient for the Tough Bird shirt goes to national champion, 3-time All-American, Daniel Ownbey. All right, Daniel. Welcome to the show, Daniel. Why don't you tell us why you picked UNCP and tell us about your experience thus far very quickly.
I picked UNCP mainly because I transferred here from UNCG. They dropped our program, so I was looking for another good program to go to, and I felt that UNCP would give me the tools I need to go ahead and graduate since it's a smaller college, smaller classes. So I felt that it's just the best choice for me. And wrestling-wise, they had a good tradition of repeating All-American, so I figured that I could best achieve my dream of becoming national champion by coming here.
All right, Daniel, what about academically? How do you feel like the school has led you in the right direction, the program has led you in the right direction to hopefully obtain your degree here at the duration of your senior season here?
Well, the coaches have done a good job of keeping on everyone about their grades. You got study hall if you don't maintain a certain GPA, especially freshmen. You coming in, your mandatory study hall. So you have plenty of opportunities to study to get your work done. And I felt like the school, having the smaller classes and having more individual attention has really helped me excel in my grades. And just the small community is definitely what's drove me to do better.
All right, Daniel, how would you say your year is going thus far with 2 tournaments under your belt, performance-wise, and how would you say academically you're doing as you look to finish out your year here?
Academically, it's the best semester I've had thus far at Pembroke, and I feel like I'm doing a really good job of keeping up on my grades. Wrestling-wise, I'm not extremely satisfied with how I'm wrestling. I need to open up my offense more, but I guess a tournament win and a tournament second at a tough tournament is nothing to shrug off, but I need to work harder and score more.
All right, Daniel. So, Daniel, you've been here for 4 years now. I'm sure you've been around the program and you've been around the staff. What would you say your favorite Coach O.T. Johnson quote is?
Good talk. See you out there.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Daniel Ownbey, 3-time All-American national champion, with his Coach O.T. Johnson quote. We'd like to thank Daniel for joining us on this segment of the show. We're looking for some big things from Daniel and hopefully for him to win a national title here again, to be the first 2-time national champion and 4-time All-American. Ladies and gentlemen, again on this segment of OT with OT, we'd like to welcome our second recipient of the Tough Bird of the Week from the NC State Open is Terrence Zaleski, Terrence T.Z. Zaleski. Terrence, why don't you talk to the audience about why you picked UNCP and how your journey here has been thus far?
Well, I picked UNCP because, one, it's still close to home. 2, it has a good, small academic environment that I could pursue my academic career in. And 3, of course, because of the wrestling. It has a good, nice, solid wrestling program with this coach right here, and he's doing a great job building that program, and that's pretty much why I chose UNCP.
So, Terrence, tell us a little bit about your season thus far and your year academically. How are things going in your senior season as you pursue a national title and as you look to try to finish up your degree?
Well, thus far, season-wise, wrestling-wise, my season's going just as how I expected. You know, I'm continuing to make gains, continue to learn more about my style of wrestling, continue to be a leader on this team as I'm expected to be, as I'm a senior on this team as a captain. And academically wise, I'm doing the same thing. It's reflecting what I'm doing on the mat in my classroom time. I'm making good grades, A's and B's thus far, and I'm on the right track. I have a job set up through networking with people. So even outside the classroom, I'm still trying to work on ways to better myself that will help me in the classroom and on the mat as well.
So Terrence, you have a unique situation. I know you have to miss some practices because of your class schedule. So how as an older student athlete do you deal with that, and how do you still make sure you get your workouts and obviously inflecting on your 2 tournament titles? You find a pretty good balance to miss practice but still be able to get the workouts you need to get in and not miss a beat on the mat.
Yeah, I mean, this is my 5th year in college. I'm 22 years old. I'm mature. There's no room for excuses. Even though my class schedules conflict with my practice schedule, it doesn't mean I don't have time to train. There's always time to train. There's always time to get better. There's always time to do schoolwork. You know, no excuses. They have a club team practice. I work out with them. If they're not available, I work out on my own. I find someone to roll around with. There's always someone available to roll around, whether it's a teammate or it's a coach. But at the end of the day, it's always on me. I just don't want no excuses when it's all said and done.
Well, Terrence, what is your favorite Coach OT quote, and can you enlighten the audience about that?
It's your world, and I'm just living in it. My favorite OT quote.
That's a pretty good one. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank Terrence Zaleski for joining us on this segment. We're looking forward to some great things from TZ as he finishes out his senior season. And he's also a great artist, so check him out. He could be drawing your next portrait. All right? Thank you guys for joining us. Hey, we'd like to talk about, for the takedown thought of the week this week, we'd like to talk about accountability. You know, I think accountability in our society is one thing that's been getting more and more forgotten about. You know, more and more kids, more and more adults, more and more people are just not as accountable as they were in the past. You know, we kind of have downplayed that word and what it really means. You know, I think being accountable means, you know, doing everything you have to do. You know, if someone tells you, you know, you need to be a part of something, you say, hey, I'm willing to be a part of that thing. You know, be accountable for your action, be accountable for your commitments. You know, take accountability in your action, take accountability in your, you know, just your being. I think accountability is something that if we all took more seriously, it can really make each and every one of us a better person. Because if you're accountable, you know, people can trust you, which can lead to you getting more responsibilities and, you know, lead to you getting to where you want to be in your career, whatever that may be. You know, as far as wrestling goes, you know, accountability is huge. And I think people look at the sport of wrestling as an individual sport and you just think that, hey, it's manu and manu. But, you know, I think a lot of things that people forget about wrestling is it also takes one other person, and it takes a coaching staff, and it takes mom and dad, it takes brother and sister, it takes a teammate, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever it may be, for you to be able to get your goals accomplished. And you have to be accountable for your action. You got to have people that are accountable to you as far as keeping you on task, keeping you reminded about what it is exactly you got into the sport for, and make sure that you're accountable for the things you set out to do. You're accountable for the goals you set out for yourself. So hopefully we can all remind ourselves of what it means to be accountable and how accountability really can set us up for success, not just on the wrestling mat, but also in our regular lives. We hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Looking forward to a great weekend at the Wolfpack Duels and at the Shorter Open this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoy the show. And again, if you have any topic that you wanted to talk about, please feel free to chime in on our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and on our YouTube page and let us know.
All right, guys, good job this weekend. So we get back on weight tomorrow. Get these weight goals good. Do a good job this weekend at Shorter NC State Duels. All right, we are Red Top! Thanks for watching OT with OT.